YouTube. Welcome to another special episode of NBA Player Props, where we giving props to the true players. Alright, it's Friday, May 9th, 2025, and I'm your host, Young Jeffrey. It's been wild in the playoffs so far. A lot of the picks and a lot of the blowout games won't hit, because a lot of the guys are sitting out most of the fourth quarter. It's been crazy work, but I expect today's games to be relatively close because I expect Denver, it's 1-1 in the series. They're back home in the Mile High City. I expect them to keep the game relatively cute with OKC tonight, as well as the Indiana and Cavs game to be relatively close, as the Cavs got some members coming back to their squad. So I expect this to be a night, two nice matchups tonight. Hopefully the teams can keep it cute so the guys can actually get their stats. All right, otherwise they're gonna get pulled, not play most of the fourth quarter, and we barely miss, right? Like last night was crazy. I thought the Warriors was gonna try to make a little run at the end of the game, but as we saw, that did not happen. All right, before we even get started, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you guys can be notified when your boy is dropping fresh content. All right, make sure you share it to your friends. All right, make sure you come get in with me. All right, make sure you put flame emojis in the comments. All right, it motivates me to want to make more videos. All right, let's get it. Let's get in it. Let's get with it. We got 2 games, so that means that I got some props. All right, we're gonna start out with SGA. All right, game 1, he had 18 rebounds and assists. I'm gonna go with him to go over 13 rebounds and assists tonight. All right, OKC is 25th in the. I'm sorry, Denver is 25th in the league against point guards assists. All right, in game 1 he had 18 rebounds and assists. Last game he only had 12. However, he didn't play most of the fourth quarter. It was a blowout. They were up by like 40. Denver's back at home. I expect the game to be relatively close, so where the starters won't get pulled. I think he'll play well until the fourth quarter and get us over 13 rebounds and assists. So I'm definitely going with SGA over 13 rebounds and assists. All right. Next, I like Jalen Williams over 5 assists, or you can go over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. All right, he's hit this metric 6 out of his last 7 games. All right. He's averaging 11.2 rebounds plus assists over his last 10 games total. All right, so Jalen Williams has definitely been rebounding. He's been a beast off the glass as well as dishing the rock. All right, he had 1 game where he had 4 assists. That kind of scared me a little bit. But at the end of the day, I had to think. I was like, wait, we're playing against Denver, who's 29th in the league against shooting guards assists. All right, so Jalen Williams is going to have a lot of opportunity. And like I said earlier with SGA, if the game stays relatively close, which I expect it to, all right, he should be able to cash us out both of those props. Over 5 assists and over 10.5 rebounds plus assists for Jalen Williams and OKC, all right? Another team that's a little desperate is the Cleveland Cavaliers, all right? I got Darius Garland. I got 2 props that I like. I like him over 8.5 rebounds plus assists, and I also like him over 5.5 assists. All right, head-to-head versus Indiana, he averages 7.4 assists, and he averages 7.4 assists over the course of his last 10 games overall as well. All right, so at the end of the day, I like Darius Garland. I like Darius Garland to get over 5.5 assists and over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. I expect him to have a similar outcome and similar game as Jalen Williams is having for OKC. All right, dish the rock, come back into the fold. I'm not going to sweat his points. He's just coming back. I know his point total is relatively low for his line. I think he's at like 16.5 right now, but I'm really looking at his assists or his rebounds plus assists. All right. Next, I like Andrew Nembhard. I like Andrew Nembhard over 18.5 points plus assists. He's hit this in 4 straight games. Last 2 games against Cleveland, 26 and 29 PA respectively. He's averaging 21.9 points plus assists over the course of his last 5 games. All right. At the end of the day, the Cleveland Cavaliers are 25th in the league versus shooting guards / small forwards or wing guys, which is what Andrew Nembhard is. All right. He's hit this in 4 straight. Like I said, I don't expect the Buck to stop. even if he doesn't have 28, 29 points plus assists, I do expect him to eclipse that line of 18.5 points plus assists. I actually expect him, Halliburton, and Nesmith to have to be able to cash out on their points. All right. Andrew Nembhard over 18.5 points plus assists. Y'all tracking so far? Y'all with me so far? I know y'all with me, man. I know y'all with me. Next, I like Peyton Watson to hit a three-pointer. At the end of the day, he's hit a 3 in 4 straight games, head-to-head versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's had 10 career games. All right, and he's hit a 3 in 8 of those 10 games. I expect him to hit a 3 tonight and cash us out. It is what it is. They're back at home. The series is 1-1. Peyton Watson does come in and get some valuable minutes. I expect Peyton Watson to hit a 3 tonight. It is what it is. So I'm going with it. Peyton Watson over 0.5 3-pointers made. And we're going to roll with that. Y'all cool with that? I know y'all cool with that, man. I know y'all cool with that. All right. Let's see. What else I got? Y'all a couple leans. I like Aaron Gordon over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. As I said, last game was a blowout. They were down by 40. So a lot of those guys got pulled in the fourth quarter. So he ended the game with like 6. I think it was 6 rebounds plus assists. But 2 games before that, last game against the Clippers, he had 9 rebounds and assists. Then game 1 against OKC, he had 15 rebounds and assists. I expect him to get back on track tonight at home and get over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. It'll probably bump to 9, but 8.5 seems sweet to me for Aaron Gordon. I think he's going to be back on track. And we're going to work it out. Career, he averages 9.7 rebounds plus assists against the Oklahoma City Thunder head-to-head. And I expect him to have similar line to that. I think he'll have probably around 10 RA tonight. All right. So we got Jalen Williams over 4.5 assists. I'm sorry, over 5 assists or over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. We got Darius Garland over 5.5 assists or over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. We got Andrew Nembhard over 18.5 points plus assists. We got Peyton Watson to hit a 3-pointer tonight. All right. We got Nesmith over 12.5 points. We got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 13 rebounds plus assists, and we got Aaron Gordon over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. All right, and just to go over that Nesmith points prop, he's hit this in 6 straight games. He's averaging 18.2 points over the course of the last 6 games. He's averaging 15.2 over the last 30 games. So 12.5 seems sweet to me. I expected to bump to 13 by game time, just to give people a lot of, just to get a lot of people to push. But I expect him to get over 12.5 points tonight. I'm not even gonna think twice about it. He's hitting in 6 straight games. Head to head, he averages 14.1 against Cleveland. So I expect him to get over 12.5 tonight. Cash us out. All right, and then Aaron Gordon, like I said, over 8.5 rebounds and assists. And if you want to look at another lean, I like Miles Turner over 23 points plus rebounds. All right, he's averaging 25 points plus rebounds over the course of his last 5 games. All right, and he's averaging 23.8 over the course of his last 20 games. So you got consistency and volume. Miles Turner, turn me up. If you enjoy this content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when your boy is dropping fresh content. Also, you want to get in with me. If you'd like me to start streaming live and reacting to the game live, make sure you put react to the games live, Jeffrey, in the comment section. All right, so that way, I got everything already pretty much set up. I just start live streaming. We'll watch the games together, and it'll be, a little cool vibe. You know what I'm saying? Just vibe with me and watch the games. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Pull some people into the chat. All type of cool stuff. All right. Also, links to all my socials are down below. Link to my Discord down below. So if you guys like to, get some access to certain sports books that you may or may not have access to, you get paid, I get paid. You know what I'm saying? We can cash and stash together. Also, if you like to join my Discord, hit me up. I'll add you, accept your friend request and get you into the private chat. I make that easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I love you guys, right? I accept you guys. I do this for you guys. So every day when I wake up to do this, I'm here to serve you. All right. This is Young Jeffrey, another episode of NBA Player Props. And as always, if you hit subscribe to HBO, help us out.